If you are getting older and you want to work out, I have some great advice for you. Now, this advice came about by accident for me. And this is our garage right now. And it is essentially got just a bunch of crap in here. This is our new refrigerator. This is our new range. We've got different stuff here. And to be honest, my whole life has been a mess since November. Got my bikes over here behind this. And the reason why is because there's so much dust. These guys come in and they just kind of destroy everything. So I don't want my bikes getting dusty. So I put the tarp up. But let me get set up here. I want to share with you some information that I think will be very valuable to you. And that is this, that as we get older, something bad happens. Sarcopenia, which is just a fancy word for saying we start losing muscle mass. Our muscles just start wasting away. And so it's very important to do some type of resistance training. Now, for many people, that means join a gym, go to the gym once or twice a week, and use the machines. I hate that. Shoot me if I don't want to do it. It's boring. I don't want to drive to the gym. I don't want to have to enter the gym. I don't want to have to wait for the machine for some guy to get off the machine. Then he doesn't clean the machine. He's sweat all over the place. And it's not my thing. It might be your thing, but I don't see any reason why I should be paying $50 a month to drive my car to an area where I'll walk on a treadmill. I live in California. Just walk. I mean, it's always sunny here. In addition to that, the amount of money that you spend on a gym, you could probably get a great home gym, which ironically I have, except it's difficult when your garage is destroyed. So I have some dumbbells and I have an entire weight machine. Let me show you this. This right here is my leg machine. Right there, it's got a leg curl and a leg extension machine. I've got all my weights back here. Of course, this is our new floor. I don't have a lot of space. Now, one of the things about machines is there is a certain style of machine that I do like. And it's the machines from Arthur Jones, the old-fashioned Nautilus machines. And the reason why is because they provide a progressive resistance exercise. Let me go get something and I'll be right back. I'm going to show you what I mean. So this is an exercise band. Now, how this exercise band works is if I were to hook this up to the wall or something like that, as I pull it right here, there's not a lot of resistance. But then as I go farther and farther out, it gets harder and harder to pull. Exercise bands are a very effective way to provide resistance training, and there's an added benefit that you and I might benefit from, and this is where I'm going with this, that it's very easy on the joints. As I'm getting older, I'm finding that weightlifting, while it's beneficial for the muscles, can be difficult on the joints. Now, what sparked my interest in this was, aside from the fact that I kind of already knew about it, but I was watching YouTube and Sylvester Stallone was doing a workout with exercise bands. And he mentioned, hey man, when you get older, you can't exactly lift weights the way you used to. That's my impression. And he said you can get a very effective workout with exercise bands. And I thought, okay. Well, I had no room, so I bought some exercise bands. Now, I've been a chiropractor for over 28 years. You may know this. The problem with exercise bands is they tend to snap on you. So I've done a lot of investigation and I finally bought some exercise bands that are working out real well for me. I got something that looks like you may see advertising for it, the X3, but I found that was just too expensive. I didn't want to spend that kind of money on exercise bands. So I got a knockoff that I got on Amazon, and I'll show you what it is. And I'll put a link down below if you want to look at it and see what I got. But I bought some separate bands, and I'll show you exactly what I did. So what I did is I bought this bar right here, and it comes with these things, and you just unlock this and just change the bands out. In addition to that, what I did, because you know, you want some padding on your hands, I just went to Harbor Freight and I bought some very thick gloves. And the type of gloves that you want gloves that have padding on the end here and on the thumb, because if you grab, for example, the band, that's the area where it's going to twist and kind of get into your hand there. So you want to get some nice gloves. These were just real cheap at Harbor Freight. Now this came with some handles, which I personally don't use, okay? Not because they're bad, I just don't use them. It came with a carrying case. I have old exercise bands from different uses, but these are the bands that I'm really happy with. And again, I'll put links if you want. They're from Serious Steel, okay? And these are extremely thick. I think it's about 5 or 6 millimeters there. And these essentially don't rip. I bought different sizes for different exercises. Different sizes for different exercises. I'm gonna steal that. But there's 2 real reasons why I like it. Number one, it takes up, no, there's 3 reasons why I don't like it. Number one, it takes up no space at all. So I can get a workout without having to use up a lot of space in the garage. Number 2, it's easier on my joints. I have noticed in the last couple months since I've been doing this, because I can't use my gym equipment, I can't use my weights, they're behind all the flooring and there's no space to use them. I'm starting to really like it because it doesn't hurt my joints. Fascinating. The third thing that I really like about it is the progressive resistance, because when you take a weight and it's, let's say it's 20 pounds here, 25 pounds, and you lift it above your head, it's 25 pounds here and 25 pounds here. With progressive resistance, and this is the key, I think this is the reason why it's not so harmful on the joints, is because if I were to hold this band, put it on my feet, and then lift here like this, it gets harder and harder as I go up and less strainful as I go down. This is an old band, by the way, that I've had for probably 10 years. It's starting to rip a little. Get a new one. This is not from Serious Steel, though. This is how I learned which ones break and which ones don't, as I've essentially learned through trial and error. Anyway, the progressive resistance is where it's at when it comes to reducing joint stress, and you get a great workout, a great pump out of your muscles, takes up no space. So I would encourage you, if you're an older athlete that's having joint problems, elbow problems, a lot of tendonitis, a lot of things like that, where it's starting to get more difficult to work out with weights, I would say give these things a try, investigate them. Basically, you just mimic the same movements that you do with weights, with bands, and it really works well.